Well, that was a close one. We actually managed to get back with like a minute left on our timer. Our opponent is a fan, which is really cool. And they were saying, "Beware the timer." I had got called away for a little while, so I wasn't sitting here waiting. But we'll keep this. Looks good. We've got the homunculus into Weaver. Like what we have here. I'm just gonna move this over to the side. Homunculus into Weaver is a good start. Really would love to get like an incendiary flow to really power these up though. That would be the best thing. Okay then. Well, ask and you shall receive. That's very nice for us. I am pretty happy about that. Attack with the Curious and play the Weaver of Lightning, I suppose. You need 3 sorceries or instants in your graveyard, right? Yeah, 3 or more. Play Weaver and pass. I have enough to play both Chilling Grasp and Incendiary Flow next turn because of the Curious Homunculus. Seems pretty unlikely I'll do that, though. Flow seems like more than enough. So let's just flow that away. And smash. One more spell and we can flip this Curious Homunculus. Courageous Outrider. Ew. Well, now I wish I'd saved Incendiary Flow. Because that's a problem. I probably could have snapped off this Spectral Shepherd on just spells. And Solitary Hunter? Ugh. Yeah, okay. Might have wanted to do this a little differently. I mean, I suppose I have Spontaneous Mutation to kind of keep it locked out. But I don't have enough in my graveyard right now. Uncaged Fury. I can play both. So I guess that what we do is pass the turn, Chilling Grasp our opponent at the end of their turn, and then Uncaged Fury for a ton of damage on the Curious Homunculus. Seems like a good idea. Because that'll flip our Homunculus and it'll give us a ton of damage. Ew, gross. Playing it pre-combat. Another Outrider is bad news for us. Maybe they whiffed? It doesn't look like they did, though. They're thinking about this. Nope, Lone Rider. At least I can pick that off pretty easily with the Weaver. Alright, just tap both. And I'm not sure how I'm going to get through for enough damage. At the beginning of my upkeep. This is just bad news. Guess we just attack. I really don't want to Uncaged Fury for, what, 2 damage kind of thing? Like, I guess it'd make it 4 instead of 2, but it's not super great. Just keep passing for now. They'll play Solitary Hunter here. Or Faith Bearer. Probably just mutation that. It's the bigger threat, especially with the lifelink. And Conduit. Conduit is okay. I guess we're just stuck passing. I'm not going to attack into Faith Bearer. This is very, very unfortunate. So now they have Hunter. It's the wall of 3/4s. Ugh. Yeah, Duskwatch Recruiter is the nail in the coffin. I need a flyer pretty badly. So if I flip Conduit of Storms, 5 mana, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can still play Uncaged Fury. I think 6 power. I guess that's the way to do things. Hope to Uncaged Fury the Conduit of Storms. Guess the best choice that I have. Triple block. That does mean that this will die, but I should also get to eat all of the creatures. So go with Hunter. Weaver of Lightning can ping. Okay, so it's going to deal 12 damage. So that's enough to kill all of them. So it doesn't matter. I don't need to ping anything. I can't ping anything else to kill it. Sure. The big problem is that I'm out of cards, and my opponent is not. And they also have this Duskwatch Recruiter afterwards. So this is really bad news for us. Wretched Griff would be a great draw. I need some kind of thing to get through in the air. Because right now, they can just outlast us. Even though we just got a 3 for 2, it doesn't really matter. They have so much more value. All of their cards were already 2 for 1s, and then this is going to be a lot more than that. Unless we can find removal for it, like, now. Attacking with Duskwatch Recruiter. No, I should just take the 2. I was thinking I'd just block it, because honestly, who cares? Heron's Grace. Okay. Play Lone Rider, and now it flips. I think we're dead. I need an Incendiary Flow. That helps. Guess we can sacrifice a Voracious Reader to emerge the Scuttler. I'm not in love with that, but I also don't like just leaving It That Rides as 1 on the field here attacking me. So I guess this is what we do. Rebuy the Flow, shoot the Rider, and use the Weaver of Lightning to kill it. And then we have a nice 4/5 blocker. We're still in a lot of trouble, though. This Duskwatch Recruiter is just a absolute house against us. And will continue to be that for a long time, I think. Because, I mean, I'd love to have just killed the Duskwatch, but I don't think I can let the 4/5 First Strike Trample Lifelinker live either. There's just no way that I can deal with It That Rides as 1. If they get rid of Weaver of Lightning, like, Incendiary Flow is my only way to get out of it. Faith Unbroken. Yep. Good thing that we didn't let the It That Rides as 1 stay around, though, because then we'd be dealing with a 6/6, and I couldn't kill it. I don't know how I'm going to get around Heron's Grace here. Do I have a Just the Wind? They have Aim High. Alright. Well, we're not totally dead. I'll play the Wretched Griffin. We'll see what happens. Forge Master. Opponent's deck is strong. A lot better than ours. All these 3/4s are really good against us. Lots of great humans. I like the style of their deck here. Yeah, alright. Take 5. Opponent's almost at 30. That might be a problem for a deck that I was worried about having finishers in. We don't have good ways to close out a game. And that seems pretty bad then when our opponent's at 30 life. Whiff on the first one, and then play Hinterland Logger. Reckless Scholar and Forge Master. Take another 5. Well, I guess that's fair. If we can flip Forge Master, it can actually block the Heron's Grace Champion and trade. I could double block it right now, too. I mean, I could block it with, like, Wretched Griffin, Forge Master, or just Scholar and Forge Master. I'd have to assume that my opponent has nothing. My opponent obviously does not have nothing, because I am now dead. Well, then. I don't think that was going to get a whole lot better. This is a very tough match. What do I do against a bunch of 3/4s? Have flyers. This is what I was talking about before. That last deck is so much better because of the Niblis of Dusks. They're not a great card, but they're what this deck wants. Like, this deck needs Pyre Hounds, Niblis of Dusk, that kind of thing. Pyre Hound would have been perfect in this deck. If I had a Pyre Hound, I'd feel a lot better. Because that's something I could actually pump up big enough to get over their creatures and block their creatures and do some real damage. But right now, I mean, things like Howlpack Wolf just don't match up against their deck. Like, how do I beat a 3/4 with a Howlpack Wolf? I just don't. I can't even kill them because they have Incendiary Flows. 3/4s are really bad for this deck. Even, like, not just this specific version, too. Because, I mean, Fiery Temper, Incendiary Flow, Galvanic Bombardment, none of them get rid of them. You can't kill them unless you get, like, Sleep Paralysis, or you can, like, drag under them. But it's a tough, 4 toughness is a really good size against this deck in particular. Well, I mean, this is where we're at. I think we're just stuck leaving it the same. I don't like Stensia Innkeeper, Gone Missing or something against them. Yeah, I'll keep it. Only 1 creature. Not a very great creature to have right away, but we'll do what we can with it. Hopefully we draw something else useful. Thermal Alchemist would be real nice. Savage Alliance. Okay. So it's another card that, it's great, but it doesn't kill 4 toughness creatures. It's certainly a problem. It will, however, kill that. So we can just Brazen Wolves, and then next turn we have enough to Savage Alliance and Escalate, even without drawing a land, because of the Curious Homunculus. I maybe should have attacked at this. If they really wanted to trade, I might be okay with that. Woodland Patrol. I do get a 2-for-1 right now. Question is, do I wait and make it better? Probably not. I mean, this is 5 damage and a 2-for-1. I like putting them on the back foot. Especially when I have Brazen Wolves in play. And I can rebuy it with Shreds of Sanity. All of those things lead me to think that I should just be jamming the Savage Alliance. I imagine there's a 4/3 coming, or a 3/4. Yep. I can Uncaged Fury the Brazen Wolves to get through. Can actually just Mutation the Hunter if they block the Brazen Wolves. Yeah, let's do that. And then I get to play the Howlpack. And pass. Another 3/4. Bring on the clowns. Oh, wow. Good draw. That was a really strong pull. And now we have enough for Shreds of Sanity to buy back, too, because we can buy back a sorcery in an instant. I could actually just play Shreds right now. What would I discard, though? I don't want to discard any of these. I think that we just cracked the clue. And I might hold on to that land, because I do have... If I draw two... Okay, so if I draw another land here... Shreds and Uncaged Fury, do I care about that? I might not, but I might, because being able to Savage Alliance out of the graveyard... I have 6 with the Homunculus anyways. I think I leave it in hand in case I want to use the Shreds. No, I'm going to play it. I think it's more likely that I just want to play 2 things. I can discard Press for Answers. Or the other way, I can discard Savage Alliance and play Press for Answers, get something out of the way. Thalia. Ew. Okay. So if I Shreds of Sanity, get back an instant, get back a sorcery. I can Savage Alliance down Thalia, or I can just Press for Answers it. Either way seems pretty good for me. I think that Press for Answers is what I want to do. Woodcutter's Grit. Okay. I guess that we passed the turn then. Hopefully Savage Alliance and Uncaged Fury will be enough to kill our opponent next turn. Decent chance. Prey Upon. Ugh. That's a bunch of life too. That is really unfortunate, because that was our kind of finisher with the Uncaged Fury. Shit. Now I can't block with Howlpack Wolf, although I don't think I would have anyways. Should definitely be attacking with Faith Bearer. Nope. Wow, that seems crazy. So I can Uncaged Fury and Savage Alliance. It'll flip this, and give this Trample, and make it a 4/4 double striker. Kill the Faith Bearer, deal 4. And then I can use Wretched Griff to try and end the game. This is dicey. Alternately, I could attack with Howlpack Wolf and then use Savage Alliance with the Escalate to kill Faith Bearer and Thalia. And just play a more slow, reasoned game. That's not the worst idea either. With no blocks, I'm just going to let that happen, and then I'll play the Wretched Griff. Emerging off of it. Okay. So if they attack with the Faith Bearer, then they go up enough life that the Wretched Griff doesn't kill them with Uncaged Fury. They go back up to 10. Alright. Hopefully no blockers. No blockers. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. This is a close game. Ingenious Scob. That's not bad. I feel like I just want to kill this Thalia. But I should probably wait. Our opponent does have things like Aim High. So odds that they do something like that are fairly high. Nope, they're just F6'd. Okay, so let's Savage Alliance. And kill the Thalia. Then we can play Ingenious Scob. They can attack us back for 3. But the Uncaged Fury on the Wretched Griff should be lethal. Because if they attack us, then we've got other ground attackers. Between the Homunculus and the Ingenious Scob, it should be enough. I mean, right now they're dead on board if they don't have another blocker at all. Like, if they attack in anyways. Because we can deal 8, 9. Deal 8, yeah. So I guess they're not dead on board, but it would be really close. Let's hope this is enough. Did we get there? Yes. Alright, sweet. No Puncturing Light, no Blessed Alliance. Got lucky. It was a very good game. I said, our opponent's deck is strong. Stronger than ours. And it's strong against ours, too. Spontaneous Mutation for the Faithbearer Paladins is really nice. But I don't know that I have a better option to take out. Maybe Shreds of Sanity. Maybe. Shreds is really slow. Hasn't been great for us. Maybe I do that. It'd be so much better if I had more flyers. Because then I could just mutation their 3-4 walls and we could just, like, smash in with Wretched Griff and, you know, Niblis of Dusk and things like that. That's what I want to be doing. I just can't. Alright, I'm going to change that. I feel like the Spontaneous Mutation would have been better in most situations that we've had. This Curious Homunculus really wants to be in our opener. Not the card that I want. I'll keep it. Like, this is not a great card in our deck. It's okay. I'm not super happy about seeing it early every time. Now, Brazen Wolves and Ingenious Scob, those are cards I like seeing early. And Steadfast Cathar. I'm going to play the Curious Homunculus. And honestly, hoping that at some point I can get them to leave that back, and I'm willing to offer a trade there. I'll have to take 2 for now. And just hope that they don't curve out into, like, Thalia right now. A Thalia will end this game basically immediately. Okay, just Woodland Patrol, thank God. It's too bad we don't have Savage Alliance again, because that was a good one last time. Let's play the Wolves first. Pass. We'll have to take 3 from this because I really don't want to trade with it. Next turn I can Ingenious Scob, and I can actually Spontaneous Mutation something just to give the prowess and get a good block on the Woodland Patrol. Not sure that our opponent would walk into that. I'm going to throw out the double block. I'm taking the risk. Okay, ordering Brazen Wolves first. Yeah, that's bad. That's not good for us. I don't know that I needed to take that risk. I'm just worried that, like, our deck is not nearly as good as our opponents and we're behind already. Felt like I was a little pressured to do something to make a bit of advantage happen here for us. Might have just been really wrong. At least now that Aim High's out of their hand, we can maybe get the same kind of deal. Mutation something else and kill the Woodland. Just no fear. Feels like they're waiting to play something. Decide if I actually have a spell. If they have a spell here, we're in a lot of trouble, because I'm going to Spontaneous Mutation this and get the Prowess on the Ingenious Scob. So if they have a way to then kill the Scob or, like, pump this, then I'm in a lot of trouble. I could have left it up as protection against this, but I don't want to trade. I need to get value out of this. Yeah. Okay, at least that's still a trade. So it's not the worst. That could have definitely been worse. And now we have an Incendiary Flow. Alright, alright. This is reasonable. If we can keep doing this, we might have a chance. Vexing Scuttler is stranded in our hand and looking pretty awkward, but if it can eventually get that Incendiary Flow back, that's nice. Another Spontaneous Mutation wouldn't be the worst. Nope. Well, Solitaire Hunter is going to flip, and it's going to deal us a ton of damage. Ow. Prepare for beatdowns. Guardian Priest. Nothing else. Ugh. Yeah, this is bad news. Even if I play Vexing Scuttler now, I'm just straight dead. Because I'll just use the Guardian Priest to tap it. I need to get, like, Chilling Grasp. I mean, that just buys me time. I'm not sure how much it saves me. Press for answers. Alright, I need to draw a spell. So I'm going to unflip this Howl Pack. I actually should have... I maybe should have tapped down this just because that would flip. That being said, I mean, it kind of worked out better anyways. Because I wouldn't be able to block this. It's still more damage than Dawn Griff, even unflipped. We're going to 1. I can use Howl Pack to get the Scuttler to kill the Priest. They can tap it in response, though, if they have any mana up. Like, they can tap the Vexing Scuttler. Maybe I can hope that they tap the Howl Pack before that. Make a mistake. Oh, that's just lethal. Okay. GG's. So if we had one more turn, we could have Scuttlered. I don't think it would have mattered. We were in a ton of trouble. Our deck was not that great, and it was really bad matchup for us. So that was just going to be tough. That draw was pretty bad, and I threw away those 2 creatures early on against the Steadfast Cathar. I didn't have to do it. I did felt pressured, though, because I knew how much they were just going to be able to keep slamming 3/4s and stuff afterwards, and I just want to get some breathing room, hopefully get a little bit of value if it's all possible. And it's reasonable to think that they might be willing to trade the Steadfast Cathar for the Curious Homunculus. That was my thought process, is that it's like, it's not the worst trade in the world, so I could actually see that still being an okay attack without a trick. Especially if you're just thinking that you can bluff and get through the damage, and then you're like, well, and if it does trade, then it's not the worst thing. I'm still 1-for-1-ing. And yeah, so I just took the risk. Didn't end up that well. But I don't think that it would have made the difference that game. We needed to have a better draw or something. I mean, we just need better cards against our opponent. Those 3/4s were really nasty. Huge problem for us, and there was not a lot we could do about it. But it was a really good game. We made the finals of one of these, and we almost made the finals of this one. I mean, we did take it to Game 3. Game 3 was a bit of a blowout, but not much I can do about that. It was a tough match for us. That was just a really, really bad matchup. But it was a lot of fun, and I'll be back for Full Force again next week, and we'll be going over the Legacy Cube, because there's going to be cube drafts all this week. I'm excited to do that for the stream tonight, and yeah, we'll have to do some cube archetypes. So if you want to send in what you want for a cube archetype to see, send it to @IlyonMTG on Twitter, or write it in the comments below, and I will pick the one that's the most voted on, I think, for the full force, because we're not going to be able to do a lot of articles on the Legacy Cube drafts, right? Like, we're not going to have enough time to do a bunch of them, but I can certainly go over at least one archetype. In any case, I will see you next week. Thanks for stopping by. Man, Distended Mindbender now. This deck is looking a lot better. Gavony and Hallowed. All of our forcing has kind of paid off here a little bit, I think. We're getting some good opens, and I think the cards are kind of flowing. I mean, this is a pretty late Distended Mindbender. But we'll take... Oh my god. Wow. And now Crypt Breaker. Yep, I would say that we've done a good job of cutting our colors. Oh, man, I'm excited for this now. Crypt Breaker is insane.